What's up, guys, and welcome back to a new Madden 21 fantasy style rebuild. Now, it was only a matter of time before I took on the Jaguars, right? So they had the #1 overall pick in this most recent draft. Of course, they used it to select Trevor Lawrence, the best player in the draft according to many people. So this one should be interesting. We have a great quarterback to build around, and they also have some other young pieces on this team. The Jaguars have a pretty interesting roster. I think we can make them actually pretty solid in the next couple of seasons. But really quickly, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, and if you like watching Madden 21 franchise content, including rebuilds like this, definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And if you enjoy this video in particular, it would mean a lot to me if you could hit that like button. Definitely helps out the channel a ton. But let's go ahead and go over the team, right? So the Jaguars are a 79 overall team with this roster. Just mentioned him, but Trevor Lawrence is here at quarterback. He's an 80 overall. I went ahead and gave him superstar development. I think that's very fair. I'm pretty sure I could get away with giving him superstar X Factor, and not many people would complain. But I personally just don't like giving rookies superstar X Factor. I kind of feel like the highest development trait a rookie should get is superstar, and then they should have to like earn X Factor throughout the season when the rosters update, all that good stuff. So I'm just going to give Trevor Lawrence superstar. He probably will become an X Factor at some point, but 80 overall, really, really good, incredibly well-rounded. He's a great quarterback. Now, they have a good running back duo. James Robinson is going to be the #1 running back, probably for me this whole time. Now, he's not actually that good to, like, user because he's pretty slow, but he typically plays pretty well in the game. He's an 84 overall, still considered a rookie, hidden development trait. I will definitely take that. And then we also have Travis Etienne, 74 overall rookie out of Clemson. Of course, Trevor Lawrence's teammates, now once again, they are teammates. Hidden development trade for him. I just gave him star development. Felt like that was pretty fair. He's a solid running back here. He was really good for Clemson. And honestly, I probably would have started him if James Robinson still had normal. But James Robinson has, I think, star development, so I'm just going to go ahead and start Robinson. He's already a lot better than Etienne. He's 10 overall points higher. Now, the receivers on this team, they signed Marvin Jones in free agency. I think this was like a pretty solid signing. Marvin Jones has been consistently good throughout his entire NFL career, so he's an 83 overall. Should help out Trevor Lawrence quite a bit. I don't anticipate we're going to keep him very long on this team, maybe just for a season. Then we might just look to get rid of him. I don't know just yet. DJ Chark, though, is definitely here for the long run. 23 years old, 81 overall, star development. He should progress into a monster, hopefully somewhere in the 90s at some point soon. Philip Dorsett really is just speed at this point. 94 speed for him right there. I mean, I guess he has some hands. 85 catching isn't too bad. But then Laviska Shenault is certainly going to get a lot of play time. Our rookie out of Colorado still here in this roster. Really solid, well-rounded receiver. Great after the catch as well. So we're going to have him probably be the slot receiver for this team. The offensive line really isn't all that bad. Brandon Linder, Andrew Norwell are very good. They have Walker Little as a rookie. Considered a left tackle, but he's playing right tackle at the moment. I think I'll probably have him stay at right tackle. Cam Robinson usually isn't that good in this game, but hopefully he can do something pretty nice for us here. And then AJ Khan. I think it's actually pronounced Khan and not Can. Could be wrong, though. But he's the starting right guard. He's definitely good enough to start for now. Maybe eventually we replace him. And then at tight end, hold on a second, need to get him starting. We have Tim Tebow. I don't really care who else is on this team. Tim Tebow is starting at tight end. Now, like, I don't think Tim Tebow is really going to be that good, but for the memes, he's going to be the #1 tight end for at least this first season. I was thinking about trading for one, but might as well rock with Tebow and see what he is capable of. This man should have superstar X Factor. No, it's absolutely not true, but yeah, Tim Tebow. 66 overall tight end. I feel like that's a bit generous, to be honest. But you know what? Whatever. He's going to start here for us. See what he can do. And then on the defensive side, I'm going to start out the linebackers because we have Myles Jack, an 86 overall with superstar development. Now, one of the better players on this defense for sure. He's probably going to be like the highest rated defensive player on this team at the end of the rebuild, unless I draft some crazy rookie or if CJ Henderson can develop really well. But Myles Jack is already really good. He should continue to progress well too. So hopefully that, ends up happening. Joe Schobert is here at middle linebacker. He's not too bad. He's 26. We can definitely keep him for a little while. And then they also have Dylan Moses. Now, I kind of want to get him starting. He hits very hard, which is nice. Maybe we can have him start at like a left outside linebacker instead of Damian Wilson. Damian Wilson's not too bad, but I'd definitely rather have Dylan Moses. Almost said Morgan Moses. That's not right. I'd rather have Dylan Moses start over here just because he has way more potential at the moment. The safeties aren't too good. No one super notable up here, at least. And then the cornerbacks are fairly solid, right? They signed Shaq Griffin in free agency. formerly on the Seahawks, right? He's a good cornerback, good at zone coverage, 88 zone, really fast as well, good acceleration. He's a solid number 1 corner for us here. Sidney Jones isn't too bad. He's still young. He's only 24 years old. 79 overall for him. Definitely has some room to grow. But then they have CJ Henderson with hidden development trait. And if this has not changed, he has superstar development. So we definitely want him starting. And I also would like to get Tyson Campbell starting just because he is a rookie. 74 overall. Pretty solid coverage ability as well. I think we're going to have him play the slot. And then Shaq Griffin and CJ Henderson can be the number 1 and the 2. Now, Sidney Jones is good. Like, I kind of want to get him starting. But I'm going to give Tyson Campbell a shot for his rookie season. Now, if Campbell doesn't really progress too well, if he's not a higher overall than Sidney Jones, so we can probably just rock with Jones the rest of the time here. And then on the defensive line, we have Josh Allen. Not to be confused with the quarterback. He is a defensive end. Obviously very fast, super athletic. Superstar development as well, which is phenomenal. 81 overall for him. He should progress really well. Hopefully he can get some sacks and just go up that way. That would be nice. We also have, I can't see him here, but K'Lavon Chaisson is on this team. We might have him start. We probably will. Roy Robertson Harris isn't too bad, but I don't really want him playing all that much because he's getting up there in age. I'd definitely rather have Chaisson there. And then the defensive tackles aren't super good. I mean, we do have Taven Bryan, who could probably play D-tackle. He's been listed as that in the past, so he definitely could. I'll have to figure it out, but we're going to go ahead and make a couple trades to the squad. Now, I don't want to do too much. You really can't do all that much anymore with how the trade logic works in this game, but let's go through, get rid of some of these more expensive guys on the team. All right, so we're getting rid of quite a bit here, but I think it's certainly worth it. I didn't really expect to be able to get a player of this caliber, but Gardner Minshew is gone. I'm sorry. I had to do it. We have Trevor Lawrence. We don't need Minshew Mania anymore, and he has a lot of trade value being a quarterback, so we're getting rid of him. A 2nd-round draft pick this year and a 3rd-round draft pick next year for Derwin James, who was going to be this team's strong safety this entire time. All right, now we got a small bit of cheese going on here, but I'm giving the Chargers Carlos Hyde, Roy Robertson Harris, and Gerard Wilson for their 2nd-round selection next year. All right, we're trading for another 2nd-round draft pick, but this time it's this year from the Seahawks, giving them Philip Dorsett, Jawan Taylor, and Adam Gotsis. This is going to be the team then heading into the first season. So on the offense, nothing really changed. That is super notable, I think. Like, every starter is still here, which is nice to see at least. But then defensively, we changed a little bit around here. We have 2 rookie defensive tackles now at the number 1 and number 2 positions. Dylan Moses is slid out to left outside linebacker, where he actually went up to a 74. I think that's actually a bit juiced. I feel like he shouldn't be this good, but we're just going to let it go, I guess. Derwin James is starting at strong safety now. He was a massive upgrade here. Helps out the secondary a ton. I'm kind of looking forward to this season. I don't really expect us to make the playoffs, but hopefully these young guys can progress really well. The more I thought about it, actually, the more I realized that Dylan Moses was just way too good at outside linebacker. I made him a 70 overall instead, just bumped down a couple of his stats. He should still progress pretty well. I just kind of felt like a 74 was like a lot for him, because there are probably even some 1st-round linebackers who aren't that high of an overall, so I just figured to make it a little bit more fair. What is the record looking like here at week 9? We are actually above 500. We are 4-3 in 2nd place in the AFC South. Okay. The Titans are kind of a juggernaut, so I didn't really expect to be beating them at this point, but I am very surprised that we are in 2nd place. So a lot of the development traits are not revealed at the moment. Laviska Shenault's isn't glitched. It's just not revealed. James Robinson, his isn't glitched either. He's just not getting many carries. Interesting. Travis Etienne's, though, is glitched. Kind of figured that would happen. Same thing here probably with... actually, I didn't change anybody on this side, did I? Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. But let's go ahead and see who we have to bring back to the team. Now, Sidney Jones is available. And I want to see how Tyson Campbell is playing first before I consider Sidney Jones. But Cam Robinson, I think we can just go ahead and give a contract to. Because even if he's not good at left tackle, I can probably move him to guard. And I'm sure he can play fine there. Because AJ Khan's a bit expensive. So maybe we can try to replace him with Cam Robinson here after this season. That's actually just assuming Cam Robinson isn't playing well. He could totally just be playing fine at left tackle. We did not end up making the playoffs this season, but we did finish 9-7. So pretty close, actually. And the team did very well, considering the record last year. I will take it. Trevor Lawrence, over 4,000 yards, almost 4,100, 33 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. A really solid rookie season. James Robinson was pretty good. About 4 yards per carry, 10 touchdowns. Travis Etienne had 10 touchdowns as well. I kind of like the running back tandem at the moment. I think I'm going to give these guys another season here to progress. Maybe they can just do a little bit better. Laviska Shenault was really solid, 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns. Tim Tebow actually had 7 touchdowns, 858 yards. All right. Marvin Jones gets 6 touchdowns. DJ Chark gets 7. Blocking was pretty good, aside from Cam Robinson. So maybe we do move him. I don't know yet. Tyson Campbell leads the team with 97 tackles. 12 tackles for loss for Josh Allen with 10 sacks. He had a really good season. 5 picks for Shaq Griffin. 2 for CJ Henderson, Derwin James, and Rayshawn Jenkins. And then 1 for Miles Jack and Joe Schobert. 19th in the NFL on offense. But then defensively, we were dead last. Lamar Jackson's going to go ahead and win MVP. Trevor Lawrence at number 10, though. The only issue is that Zach Wilson is here at number 8, so he's probably going to win Rookie of the Year. But AFC Offensive Player of the Year, yeah, Zach Wilson's at number 2. Trevor Lawrence is at number 6. I just don't really see this happening. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Tremaine Edmonds. Nobody from the Jags. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Zach Wilson, but Trevor Lawrence at number 2. He got close. I mean, I'll take it. Laviska Shenault, James Robinson at 8 and number 9. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Owusu Koromora. I feel like he wins it all the time. The Browns are 13-3. Jesus. CJ Henderson at number 6. Dylan Moses at number 8. Not too bad, I suppose. But let's go ahead and go straight to the Super Bowl. The Jets get Zach Wilson, and they make the Super Bowl immediately. They lose, but still, that's ridiculous. 38-31. Let's go over these development trade upgrades. So, anyone on the offense up? Yes, Laviska Shenault is up to Superstar Development, which is amazing. He's going to move up to the number 2, and now he might get rid of Marvin Jones. If he has any trade value, maybe I can try to ship him off, but he probably doesn't. I wouldn't be surprised if Tim Tebow went up in development trade, but I think Tim Tebow honestly just retired, which is fun. Defensively, Miles Jack is up in development trade, and so is Shaq Griffin. Dylan Moses is as well. All right, so the team is progressing pretty well, and also I think we're going to give this contract to Sidney Jones. Actually, no. Tyson Campbell's 21, and Sidney Jones is 25. I'm going to trust in Tyson Campbell. We're going to let Sidney Jones go. He's not too bad, but he's 25 years old. He's going to regress in like 3 seasons, whereas Tyson Campbell will still be developing in 3 seasons. So I'd much rather just have Campbell on the team. He played fine. He played well enough, you know, to be the starting number 3 cornerback. But let's see who's here in free agency. Chris Godwin's probably available, and he is. Now, I think we make a pretty serious push for Chris Godwin. I think he'd be really good on this team. 91 total points. I'm going to lowball him a little bit this first week, just because nobody else is offering him a contract. And then if anybody else comes in and offers him a contract, we can definitely seriously pursue him. I'm going to do the same thing here with Marcus Williams, because if we can get both these guys on a cheap contract, that would be absolutely massive. We got Chris Godwin on the team, but we did not hear back yet from Marcus Williams. Let's see if we are still the top team bidding on him, and we are. I'm going to bump this up a little bit more. Let's give him 5.5 now. 69 total points. Please, my dude. Except for that. We still did not hear back yet from Marcus Williams, and we are still the only team bidding on him. I give him a little bit more money. 74 points. It's now green. Please accept. Marcus Williams accepted the contract. Okay, so the team is looking so much better after this offseason. That's amazing. All right, let's just go ahead and advance to the start of the 2021 NFL Draft. Now, we didn't make the playoffs, so we should have a decent pick. We pick at number 17. Not amazing, but definitely could have been a lot worse if we would have just like lost in the first round of the playoffs. Now let me see. Do I want to trade up at all? I really want one of these defensive tackles, and I definitely think we should be able to get one of them. Warren Rudd looks sick, but then Alexander Cox looks just a little bit better, honestly. 38 bench press reps as opposed to 36. Also, with Alexander Cox, we can probably get him with our pick in the first round. We probably can't do that with Rudd. So I think I might just try to do that. There are some tight ends here who I kind of want. Zach Brackett or Mike Booker. They both look all right, but that defensive tackle looks a little bit better than both of those guys too. Let's just simulate straight to pick number 17. And Mike Booker just went. If he were available at this pick, maybe I would have taken him. Actually, Zach Brackett is still here. We're the 15th pick in the second round. Now, if I want to get this defensive tackle, I would have to trade up, probably. He's a mid-second round projection. I probably have to trade back up into the first, which I don't mind doing. So we're going to go ahead with this tight end first. He's a 75 with normal. I was really hoping he'd have hidden, but that's fine. He can definitely start at tight end. All right, I got a trade to go through finally. Tried a bunch of different combinations, and we got one to work. We're giving them Smoot. our 3rd round selection this year and a 2nd rounder next year for pick number 24. Also, it's with the Ravens. I never actually said that. I just said with them. Now, hopefully this defensive tackle is still available. He should certainly still be here. And he is still here. Alexander Cox, welcome to the team. He's a 75 with normal. He's very strong, has good power moves, has good block shed. Okay, that guy actually looks really solid. And I definitely wanted to keep my 2nd round draft pick this year because there was a really solid looking center we could probably select here. And he's still available. Glenn Dobson. I think this guy is going to play guard for us. He should be able to transition pretty well over there. He's a 71 with normal, and he's really well-rounded. This guy is going to make for a really good guard probably. Sadly, we have no hidden development trait players yet, and we probably won't get one, but it's okay. We got some quality starters. I'll always take that. There's one more player left on the draft board, and it's a 7th round projected tight end, who we really don't need at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and try to trade this pick away. Would love a 3rd round draft pick next year. It's just not going to happen. That's fine. I'll take a 4th from... Let's go with the Falcons, because I guess we also get a 7th for next year as well. That's fine. I could have taken that with the Raiders and got a 7th for this year, but it's really not a big deal. I guess we're just going to take this tight end now. Ethan Bird. 69. I will always take that. He's really not that good, but it's okay. I think we're going to take a couple shots in the dark here. Maybe potentially taking another defensive tackle. I think I'm just going to go ahead and take Andrew Mullins. 69. Okay, he's actually not bad at all. Really poor finesse moves, but other than that, that's a pretty good blind draft pick. Now I'm going to take a random middle linebacker I found who's supposed to be undrafted, but he has a good combine grade. 67. Let's go. That guy's sick. He's actually really good, aside from zone coverage. If that gets boosted up, he'd certainly be well into the 70s. Sometimes all you need is a combine grade. Ian Cooper, a 3.6 combine grade. Oh no. That is not what you look for. Here we go, a sick 2.0 combine grade punter. No, he's terrible. he's not making the final roster. I don't even know if we needed a punter. But, you know, you always need another punter, okay? It's part of the rules. But I think this draft went well. We got a bunch of quality starters. We have a new tight end, a new defensive tackle, and a new starting guard, which is always fantastic. Let's check out the best player in this whole class, though. I'm just sad we didn't get anybody with hidden, but that happens a lot this year. The best player was a 79, Warren Rudd. Oh, and he has hidden. I should have just traded up for this guy. I did not think he was going to be this good. On the same team as DeForest Buckner as well? What is that? He only has star. Thankfully, because man, if that dude had X Factor, the Colts would be like unstoppable in their D-line. Maurice Banks looks pretty sick. Hidden development trade. Greg Bennett looks alright. Normal development trade only. Doug Perkins, the first player to go off the board. Hidden development trade on the Giants. Go with another receiver. Interesting, but man, that D tackle looks so good. I am actually really upset we didn't take him. Instead, we have a tight end and a D tackle, but honestly still, I'd rather have just had that guy. Making one quick trade here before we get started with this next season, giving the Bengals Marvin Jones and Khan for their 3rd round selection. Neither of those players are needed on this team anymore. Alright, so then the team is much improved for this next season. We are an 85 overall, 85 offense, 85 defense. On the offense, we now have Chris Godwin joining the wide receiving core. We also now have Dobson starting at right guard and Brackett starting at tight end. And then on the defensive side, we have a new starting defensive tackle. Bunch of players over here up in development trade. Marcus Williams is now on the team. The team's looking pretty sick. Honestly, if last year's team went 9-7, I definitely think this team can make the playoffs. We have a breakout quarterback. Trevor Lawrence is not going to go up in development trade, but we might as well try it. Right now, we are sitting at 2-5. So not sitting too well, even though we're an 87. You know, whatever, dude. Let's talk to the offensive coordinator. Trevor Lawrence has to do, like, way too much for this. 350 total yards, 4 total touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and the win. Now, we're probably not even going to win this game. We actually won. Let's see if Trevor Lawrence did it. He did not do it, but still, I mean, pretty good effort. I mean, I might as well check out these stats, see how close he got. He actually got pretty close. 2 interceptions, but he had 4 touchdowns, 320 yards. Not that bad of an effort in simulation. But let's go ahead and bring back some players. Now, Derwin James I definitely would like. DJ Chark I would like. Jamal Agnew is a really good return man, so I'll probably bring him back too. And I think that's it. We got all 3 of those guys back really easily, so that's nice to see. So I'm just going to go to the end of this season, and I guess I'll let you guys know if we're in the playoffs. We probably won't make it. but I really expected a lot more from this team. The team did not make the playoffs. Once again, this team goes 7-9. If only they could have just gone 9-7. They would have made it. That's painful. Trevor Lawrence had a lot of yards, 4,786, 30 touchdowns, 17 picks. That's a good season. A lot of yards. Oh my. James Robinson was pretty good. 4.3 yards per carry. ETN was also solid. These guys are performing pretty well together. Chris Godwin had a really good receiving season. 100 catches, 1,200 yards. Laviska Shenault, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. Zach Brackett, rookie tight end, almost 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. I will take that. Blocking was again really good aside from Cam Robinson. I think we just need to replace him. 115 tackles for Joe Schobert, 19 tackles for loss for Josh Allen. Just not much pressure here. I think we need another edge rusher other than Josh Allen. Kayvon Chason doesn't really seem to be cutting it right now. 4 picks for Shaq Griffin, 2 for a bunch of other guys then. Nobody with 1. Interesting. We were 4th in the NFL in offense in terms of yardage. And then defensively, 25th. So we got better in both aspects. Trevor Lawrence at number 3 for MVP, though. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Josh Allen. Trevor Lawrence, number 4. Defensive Player of the Year is Dante Hightower. Offensive Rookie of the Year actually goes to Zach Brackett, our tight end. Interesting. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Maurice Banks. But we do have Alexander Cox at number 3. Not horrible, I guess. Maybe the tight end will go up in development trait. That'd be sick. Now, the Cardinals and the Browns are in the Super Bowl. And the winner, of course, is going to be the Browns. Let's go over these development trade upgrades. Maybe Trevor Lawrence is up to X Factor. He is not, but Laviska Shenault is. This receiving core is so stupid at the moment. Brackett's up in development trade. Also an experience point for him. That's pretty sick. On the defensive side, Shaq Griffin is up in development trait, which is amazing to see. And I believe that is it here on the defense. All right, so this team really is not bad. We're an 88, 89 offense, 88 defense. They should be doing a lot better. Let's hop into free agency, though. I'm mainly looking for a left tackle and maybe an edge rusher. But we have $42 million. Top free agent, Jair Alexander. We really just don't need him right now. Wyatt Teller, though, is here. He could probably play a tackle, because there's no other good tackles here. Honestly, there's just like not many other good offensive linemen. Some good centers. I mean, Jason Kelsey's solid. Brian O'Neill's okay. I'm going to go after Wyatt Teller, though. He's a 93 overall. I think it would be stupid if I didn't get him. This is mind-blowing to me that Chris Harris is getting 8 offers and Jair Alexander is not getting a single one. Huh. You know, I do this all the time. And I feel like he pretty consistently joins the team, but I'm giving him the smallest possible contract. This game is so dumb, but you know what? We're going to see if it works again. Marcus Davenport is the only player to accept right now, so we have a different edge rusher on the opposite side here of Josh Allen. Now, I still really want Wyatt Teller, and we are no longer the only team bidding on him. Same thing with Jair, but I'm not going to really change that contract. But Wyatt Teller, I certainly want on the team. 96 total points. I definitely need to go higher than that. I should have given him a more serious contract the first week, but figured why not lowball him a little bit, see if we can get fortunate. He's going to get paid a lot, but it's fine. I kind of want to give him more than this, too. He's going to be really, really paid, but it's okay. 111 points. I think that's a good enough distance between the second team. I would love to get Wyatt Teller on the team. Please, he accepted. Let's go. And Jair rejected. Very surprisingly, he rejected our contract. Now, Wyatt Teller is going to shift to left tackle. We might try to trade Cam Robinson. Maybe get a better defensive tackle here. And I think that would really just complete this team. Now, I definitely have high hopes for this draft, okay? I'm going to look to potentially move up again. There is a middle linebacker who looks so good. Now, first off, he had a good draft story about him. He didn't win the Heisman, but he had the draft story at week 3. He's an early first-round talent, 6'4", 4.54 speed. He looks insane. I think we definitely try to snag him. And then we can probably trade Joe Schobert, and we can trade Cam Robinson for a new defensive tackle. And then this team is looking really, really solid. But we had the 15th overall pick. We can probably trade to like pick number 5 or so. So let's see if we can move up here with the Dolphins. Our 15th pick, a 3rd this year and a 2nd next year, is enough to get that done. Now, he should certainly still be here. He's supposed to go mid-first round. It'd be really sad if he was actually off the board. He is not off the board, so we are definitely taking him. But I want to point out that Bobby Page Won the Heisman, really doesn't look that good. I mean, he moved up. He was actually a late first-round talent before. And he probably has a good development trait, but we really no longer need another edge rusher. But Marcus Richards is on the team. 76 with hidden, ranked number 7, took him at number 5. 88 speed, 86 tackling, 83 hit power, 88 acceleration, 87 pursuit. This guy is really, really solid, and he's certainly taking over for Joe Schobert. I'm going to go with this center here in the second round, Anthony Sampson. 71 with normal. I was figuring maybe if he had hidden, he'd play somewhere, but he's just going to sit on the bench here. We're going to go with Matthew Manning, early second round talent defensive end, 71 with hidden. Now, I don't think he's going to really start, at least this season, but maybe in the future, depending on that development trait. And I think with this pick, we're going to go with another defensive end. This time, though, a left end. Actually, I'm going to take a receiver, Mark Bush instead. 69 overall. We'll always take that. And now this next pick is going to be the steal of the entire draft. Are you guys ready for this? We're taking Frank Holliday, a first-round talent fullback. Okay, this guy's going to be sick. 73. 85 lead block, 86 strength. All I'm looking for. Let's go. Now I'm just going to go to the end of the draft. I can't top that selection, so not even going to try. Now, I think this draft went a lot better than the last one. Got some hidden development trait players. Always fun when that happens. We have a couple mid-60s players who the computer selected for me. Pretty cool, pretty cool. But let's go over the entire class. Who was the top player? Now, we got one of the better players in the class, but not the best. The best player was Madison Farley. 78 overall, hidden development trait, edge rusher. This guy looked really solid, and I was thinking about trading up for him if I needed a defensive end. But since we signed Marcus Davenport, I didn't really feel the need to do so. Probably should have. He went pick number 2, so I would have had to trade up really far. But that is a crazy draft pick. Another Dylan running back here for the Packers. Much different type. Hidden development trade for this one. 91 speed, 95 acceleration. Okay. But yeah, I think this draft went really well. I'm excited to see what this middle linebacker is all about. And now let's potentially look to trade for a new defensive tackle. You know, might as well just get like the best player in football. Aaron Donald is on the team. We also don't have like any draft picks this year, but I don't think that's going to matter because this team should be really good this year, okay? I thought the team last year should have been good, but this team is so much better. All right, so on the offense, we have a new left tackle, a much better left tackle. Now, he's playing out of position, but he should be fine in Madden here. Wyatt Teller, fantastic, 91 overall. We have a much improved, just like development on the entire offense, right? Laviska Shenault's up to superstar X Factor, which is always sick to see. And then on the defense, we have Aaron Donald. He's going to start at defensive tackle. Let me actually move him over. I forgot he's listed at defensive end for the Rams. Yeah, we just casually have like the best player in the entire NFL on this team, which is always awesome. We also have a new defensive end in Davenport, a new middle linebacker. This team looks different, and it looks a lot better. All right, so the team is finally playing well. We are 6-1 at the midseason mark, doing much better than any team here in the division, which is sick. Now let's go over these development traits. We're just mainly looking at the middle linebacker, and he has superstar development. Oh man, he fits on this team super well there. That's amazing to see. Who has to come back? We have Shaq Griffin. Definitely would like him. He's a superstar X Factor. James Robinson, I should probably bring back. Josh Allen, Josh Lambo, Brandon Linder, Andrew Norwell. We have a lot of players here, and I want most of them. Well, let's see how much money we have. So Shaq Griffin, definitely I would like back on the team. James Robinson's also really important, so we're going to give him a contract. He doesn't want to accept that. Lovely. Josh Allen, another really important player. He is coming back to the team. Brandon Linder's still really good. Going to give him a contract. He doesn't want that. Fantastic. Josh Lambo, I'm going to give like a 3-year contract to. He's still a really solid kicker. And then Andrew Norwell's still an 82. I don't mind giving him a 1-year contract here. He's coming back. Okay, so we just have to bring back Brandon Linder and Shaq Griffin. We should be able to get this done. Sorry, not Shaq Griffin. I meant to say James Robinson. My bad. He wants a bit more salary and signing bonus, and he still doesn't want to come back yet. Okay. Now Brandon Linder. Let's bump this up a little bit for you as well. He's coming back. Okay, now we just need James Robinson. And James Robinson is finally coming back to the team. All right, now we have to be in the playoffs, right? We are, and we got our first round bye. We finished 15-1. Who did we lose to? Like, what is this? The Ravens by 2. Are you kidding me? That sucks, man. We definitely could have went undefeated. That's really unfortunate. But let's check out these stats. Trevor Lawrence, good lord. If you're not MVP, I don't know what to believe anymore. 4,700 yards, 44 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Huh. James Robinson was really good. Etienne was also really solid. 11 touchdowns, 4.5 yards per carry. Laviska Shenault was fantastic. 17 touchdowns. Chris Godwin, 8 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. Not to mention, Shenault had 1,300 yards as well. Brackett was really good once again. DJ Chark got 4 touchdowns. The offensive line was really good. It seems like it definitely paid off, having Wyatt Teller play left tackle. 103 tackles there for Marcus Richards. 21 tackles for loss for Aaron Donald. A lot of pressure now. 3 players with at least 11.5 sacks, and then Cox had 7. That's amazing. 4 picks for Derwin James, 3 for Shaq Griffin and Tyson Campbell, 2 for Marcus Williams, 1 for Marcus Richards, and CJ Henderson. First in the NFL in offense. Wouldn't be surprised if the defense is first as well. And we are. Yeah, we're just the best team by far. We're looking real good here. Trevor Lawrence is going to win MVP. Of course he is. Offensive Player of the Year, Trevor Lawrence. Defensive Player of the Year is Bobby Okereke, but Aaron Donald at number 6. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Greg Richards. Frank Holiday, though, at number 4. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Marcus Richards, the middle linebacker. He's up to an 83. He might go up in development trait. You never know. Let's see who we have to take on, and I'm sure in Madden fashion we're going to lose this game, the first round of the playoffs. We have a 93 overall team. They have an 89 overall team, but they are the Ravens. The Ravens are super, super good in this game, and we are going to lose. It's very fitting, 28-25. Here's a Super Bowl rematch, the Patriots versus the Giants. The winner is going to be the Patriots, 28-21. Now, Trevor Lawrence, I understand, he's probably up in development trait. Yeah, and he has 5 more experience points. Oh, he's going to be a 99. He's looking pretty. All right, nobody else on the offense is up in development trait, though. Defensively, the middle linebacker is not up. And I don't believe anyone is. But honestly, that's okay. We don't have any draft picks, but I'm not really worried about that. Because we already have a God Squad. We really don't need much. We have $2 million to sign any free agents. And I don't really want any. Nor do I really need any. I mean, I will take a different backup defensive tackle. If I could get Matt Ioannidis for like no money, I will do this. But it probably won't work. We did not get Matthew Ioannidis, but honestly, it's fine. Let's just head into the draft. I'm not going to bother trying to trade up or anything like that. Maybe we can land a defensive tackle here in the draft, but I don't even mind having Cox play the number 2. Really isn't a big deal. He's good enough behind Aaron Donald. I'm sure Aaron Donald takes like a lot of the weight off of him. So it really doesn't matter all that much who's backing him up. There are no good defensive tackles left anyway. Let's just check out like everybody's scouted. Maybe there's a first-round talent player hiding down here somewhere. There is one, and it's a center who actually looks really good. Let's go ahead and take him. Matt Johnson. 73 with normal. Yeah, he's really solid. Not going to get much playing time, but could potentially be on the next Super Bowl team, so that's pretty sick. There's a second-round outside linebacker, who I'm probably going to take with this selection. He looks like the best player left. That's certainly the case, so let's just go ahead and take him. Juan Cunningham, 70 overall. Not too shabby. I'll take one more selection, and then we can just go ahead and simulate this draft. Now, none of these players are going to play. That's completely expected here, but it's all right. We can get a third-round talent player, I think. I feel like there's at least one left, right? Yeah, okay. Matt Hargrave looks all right. 68 overall. Not bad. He was supposed to go in the 7th round. That would be a pretty good value pick if I got him all the way in the 7th. So now, yeah, that draft wasn't super eventful. Wasn't supposed to be. We didn't have, like, any selections. But let's just quickly check out who was the best player. I have no idea about this draft class, like, at all. There's a 78 overall running back, though. Hidden development trait. Now, I gotta say, in this rebuild so far, I think everybody who's been the top-ranked player has had hidden, so that's pretty cool. Bunch of 77s as well. Pretty solid-looking draft class. We also have 9,000 couch experience. I got a lot of the upgrades, too. But we can definitely get the running back upgrade, probably the tight end upgrade. I don't have the linebacker upgrade yet. Oh, well, that kind of messed that up, but it's fine. We can probably get it at some point during this season. But yeah, the team is pretty much the same from last year. It's just upgraded, so it just looks even better. Like, this team should easily be able to make it back into the postseason, but knowing my luck, we won't be able to. Also, Aaron Donald's, like, too good. I can't upgrade him anymore. That's hilarious. But yeah, here's the team. Let's see how they do. Alright, so we made the playoffs once again. Only going 11-5, though. Honestly, was expecting a little bit more, but it's fine. At least we're in the postseason. 9-7 for the Titans, and then 7-9 for the Colts and the Texans. Trevor Lawrence took a step back from last year, but still a really good season. Potentially another MVP for him. Rushing-wise, James Robinson, 4 touchdowns only, but over 1,000 yards. I'll take it. ETN was pretty good, 7 touchdowns. Also, Trevor Lawrence had 7 rushing touchdowns. 47 total touchdowns. That's probably enough for MVP. Laviska Shenault's been ridiculous, man. 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns. Chris Godwin, 7 touchdowns. Zach Brackett, 8 touchdowns. Not bad at all. Offensive line, also really good, once again. 97 total tackles for Richards. 15 tackles for loss for Aaron Donald. This season looks so similar here on defense, at least in terms of, like, sack production from these 3 guys. Looking pretty nice on that side of the ball. 3 picks for Tyson Campbell and for Derwin James. 2 for CJ Henderson. And then 1 for Marcus Williams and Marcus Richards. Second this year on offense. That's sad. Defensively, we were 21st, so a lot worse on defense. Trevor Lawrence goes for back-to-back MVPs. I love to see that. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Lamar Jackson. Trevor Lawrence, number 3. Defensive Player of the Year is CJ Mosley. Aaron Donald at number 10. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Avery Lippett. No one from the Jags. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Nobody from the Jags. It's fine. We have 6,890 coach experience. Let's just go ahead and spend that before we simulate this game. Get the wide receiver boost, and then get these final 2 boosts. We got every single XP boost in the game. I don't think I've ever done that in a rebuild before. I've probably had enough experience points to do it at some point. I just didn't spend them. But anyway, Tyus Bowser's up to Superstar X Factor. That's an interesting one. But we have to take on the Ravens once again, who beat us last year. If they beat us again, I'm going to be very sad. Please don't do it. I hate the Ravens. Alright, well anyway, this one's going to come to an end after 2 very disappointing postseason efforts, which sucks. But the Packers and the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl. This is definitely a rebuild I wouldn't mind coming back to. I just have to check out what the cap situation's looking like. But the Chiefs are just barely going to win. But hold on. Trevor Lawrence needs to come back. How many more players do we have here? Myles Jack, Laviska Shenault, CJ Henderson. Maybe we don't come back to this one because the cap situation does not seem very good. I don't know. But let's go over the team one final time before I end it. I don't believe anyone on the offense is up in development trait, but this team is just so star-studded. It is ridiculous. It looks so stupid. Trevor Lawrence, hold on, we can make him a little bit better at scrambling. He's going to be a 95 overall scrambling quarterback. He got a lot of upgrades there. Jesus, he's just so good. It's unreal. Anyway, there's the offense. Here is the defense. I don't believe anybody is up in development trait on the entire team, but honestly, it's fine. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Really hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Where every step you take is do or die.